Here's your 2.5-minute video script. What if the vehicle that finally makes fully autonomous robot access a mainstream reality is already rolling off a production line right now? That question is no longer hypothetical, because Tesla has officially begun manufacturing its highly anticipated Cybercab, and Wall Street is taking very serious notice. Tesla's Cybercab has crossed a threshold that separates bold promises from tangible reality actual production. This isn't a concept sitting behind velvet ropes at a flashy launch event anymore. These vehicles are being built, and that fundamental shift from vision to manufacturing has sent Tesla's stock climbing on the NASDAQ, reinforcing investor confidence in a company that has spent years defending its autonomous driving ambitions against fierce skepticism. So let's dig into what this really means, because the surface headline doesn't capture the full weight of this moment. The Cybercab is Tesla's purpose-built robotaxi, no steering wheel, no traditional pedals, designed entirely around the premise that artificial intelligence can and will handle every driving decision. This isn't simply a modified version of an existing Tesla model with some software tweaks applied. This is a ground-up engineering commitment to a future where human drivers are entirely removed from the equation, and Tesla is betting an enormous amount of its long-term valuation on that future arriving sooner rather than later. From an investment standpoint, the production start carries significant psychological and fundamental weight. Markets are forward-looking machines, and when a speculative technology story suddenly graduates into a manufacturing story, the risk profile changes dramatically. Analysts at TipRanks have flagged the stock's upward movement as directly correlated to this production milestone, and rightly so. Production commencement is the moment when vague timelines crystallize into something investors can actually model, track, and measure. Unit counts, delivery schedules, manufacturing efficiency rates. Suddenly there is real data to work with rather than projected ambitions alone. But here is where the investigative lens needs to sharpen. Tesla has a historically complicated relationship with production timelines. Elon Musk's own biography is peppered with ambitious deadlines that stretched considerably beyond their original targets. So while production beginning is genuinely significant news, the deeper question sophisticated investors are asking is about the ramp. How quickly can Tesla scale Cybercab manufacturing? What does the demand pipeline actually look like? And perhaps most critically, what regulatory landscape is Cybercab driving into? Full autonomous robot access require not just technological readiness but regulatory approval, and that approval process varies dramatically across jurisdictions. Waymo has spent years navigating exactly this challenge, operating in carefully defined geographical zones with extensive regulatory cooperation. Tesla will face the same scrutiny, and frankly, its history with autopilot-related incidents means regulators will be watching with particular intensity. The technology may be production-ready before the legal framework is fully prepared to accommodate it at scale. Yet there's a counterargument worth sitting with seriously. Tesla's data advantage is genuinely extraordinary. Millions of Tesla vehicles have been collecting real-world driving data for years, feeding the neural networks that power full self-driving. No competitor has anything approaching that dataset volume. When Cybercab hits roads, it won't be learning from scratch. It inherits a vast accumulated intelligence that could make its autonomy genuinely superior from early deployment. The stock bump reflects something beyond simple excitement. It reflects a market beginning to price in the possibility that Tesla isn't just an electric vehicle manufacturer. It might be the company that finally cracks the autonomous mobility services market, a sector some analysts value in the trillions of dollars over the coming decade. Production started. The clock is now running in a very different, very measurable way. And the question the entire automotive and technology industry needs to answer is whether Tesla's Cybercab represents the beginning of a transportation revolution or simply the most expensive test drive in corporate history.